Get ready to find out the gritty truth behind the iconic Dirty Dancing scene that's been hiding in plain sight. Released in 1987, this film has stood the test of time, captivating audiences for over 3 decades. But what you didn't notice amidst the romance was the raw, unfiltered dance scene that became legendary. Join us as we peel back the layers and explore the untold story behind the magic. From the dirt on the dance floor to the unexpected impact it had on culture, this is Dirty Dancing like you've never seen before. Strap in for a revealing journey through the behind-the-scenes secrets that shaped a cinematic phenomenon, the ultimate dance romance. Dirty Dancing is an iconic 1987 flick, cooked up by Eleanor Bergstein, Linda Gottlieb, and Emil Ardolino. The movie tells the tale of Francis "Baby" Houseman, who catches feelings for the smooth dance moves of Johnny Castle during a vacation retreat. Bergstein drew inspiration from her upbringing to create a screenplay that danced its way into the hearts of audiences worldwide. Despite initial setbacks, including a stint in development limbo at Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, the film found its footing under the banner of Vestron Pictures. Shot in picturesque locales like Lake Lure, North Carolina, and Mountain Lake, Virginia, Dirty Dancing oozes with charm, backed by John Morris's tunes and Kenny Ortega's choreography. The film first premiered at the 1987 Cannes Film Festival before hitting screens in the USA. Dirty Dancing raked in over $214 million globally and set records in home video sales. Critics couldn't help but groove along, praising Gray and Swayze's performances, as well as the infectious soundtrack curated by Jimmy Ienner. The Time of My Life, sung by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes, snagged prestigious awards including an Oscar, a Golden Globe, and a Grammy. But the story doesn't end there. Dirty Dancing sparked a whole franchise frenzy, from an '88 TV series to reality dance-offs, a 2004 prequel, and even a stage adaptation that sold out across the globe. The impact of Dirty Dancing extends beyond the silver screen. The film's success paved the way for various adaptations and spin-offs that continue to captivate audiences worldwide. From its humble beginnings as a screenplay inspired by Bergstein's experiences, Dirty Dancing blossomed into a legendary cultural phenomenon. Despite facing challenges during its development, including shifts in production companies and management, Dirty Dancing persevered to become a beloved classic. Its story of love, dance, and self-discovery resonates with viewers of all ages, earning praise from critics and audiences alike. Casting. Director Ardolino had a clear vision for the film. He wanted to cast people who were amazing dancers and actors. Unlike Flashdance 1983, where stand-ins were the norm, he aimed for versatility. For Francis "Baby" Houseman, options like Winona Ryder, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Sharon Stone were considered. Yet it was Jennifer Grey, 26, daughter of actor Joel Grey, who landed the role. Jennifer was paid $50,000 for this role. Despite initial considerations for Billy Zane, it was Patrick Swayze, 33, who stole the show. Despite having an injured knee, Swayze's chemistry with Grey shone through. Despite prior tensions on set, Bergstein, the writer, had grand plans, hoping to cast her friend Dr. Ruth Westheimer as Mrs. Schumacher, alongside Joel Grey as Dr. Ruth's spouse. However, they balked at the role's demands. Instead, the role landed in the lap of 89-year-old Paula Truman. Wayne Knight, still a name waiting to be known, stepped into the shoes of the social director. Kelly Bishop's entry into the scene was unexpected. When Lynn Lipton fell ill during the shooting, Bishop gracefully transitioned into the role of Mrs. Houseman, while Miranda Garrison starred as Vivian Pressman. In the poignant final scene, a nod to Bishop's dance background was cleverly inserted, acknowledging her roots in the original cast of a chorus line as Carol Bishop. In the world of showbiz, Ardolino's insistence on actor-dancers set a new standard. With Grey and Swayze leading the charge, the chemistry crackled on screen. As Bergstein's vision took shape, the cast expanded, with Morrow and Knight adding depth to the narrative. Even unforeseen circumstances like Lipton's illness couldn't derail the production. Instead, Bishop seamlessly stepped in, enriching the film with her presence. Ultimately, Dirty Dancing became more than just a movie. It was a testament to collaboration and resilience. From Ardolino's exceptional direction to Bergstein's casting aspirations, each aspect of the production played a pivotal role in its box office success. And while challenges arose, the team navigated them with grace, ensuring that every character, every scene, resonated with authenticity. Behind the scenes. Jennifer Grey, who famously portrayed Baby in the film, recently revealed on The Drew Barrymore Show that she initially refused to practice the iconic lift with her co-star Patrick Swayze until the day of filming. Meanwhile, Swayze kept assuring her that it was safe. In her memoir, Grey revealed Swayze's persistent encouragement during the filming of the lift scene. In his autobiography, Patrick Swayze candidly expressed his disdain for the now famous line, "Nobody puts baby in a corner." Despite his reservations, Swayze delivered the line with conviction, unaware of its lasting impact on audiences. Grey echoed Swayze's sentiments, acknowledging the line's multifaceted meaning and its resonance with viewers. The legendary statement emphasizes the importance of self-empowerment. One of the film's most memorable moments is when Baby breaks into laughter during a training session with Johnny. And according to Swayze's autobiography, it happened because of genuine frustration between Grey and Swayze. Despite the immense success of Dirty Dancing, Grey faced challenges in securing roles after its release, attributing her struggles to her distinctive nose. Her decision to undergo a nose job resulted in unforeseen complications, altering her appearance drastically. For years, Grey grappled with her changed identity and the consequences of her surgery. However, with the release of her memoir and upcoming projects, she is reclaiming her place in Hollywood and embracing her journey of self-acceptance. A lot went on behind the scenes during the filming of Dirty Dancing. Val Kilmer was considered for Johnny Castle and Sarah Jessica Parker, or Sharon Stone for Baby, showing that casting could have taken a different turn. In one memorable scene, Jennifer Grey's uncontrollable giggles during mambo practice due to her ticklishness didn't sit well with Patrick. The film's summery vibe was created with green sprayed leaves, as filming occurred in freezing temperatures. Despite Swayze's knee injury, he powered through and made the iconic lift scene seem effortless. Jennifer Grey's rhinoplasty almost derailed her career, and Swayze disliked the title Dirty Dancing. He thought it was too corny. Surprisingly, the final dance scene was shot in one take, showcasing the actor's skills and chemistry. Despite initial doubts, the film became a box office hit. Filming, lights, camera, action. The iconic Dirty Dancing scenes weren't just dreamt up in some Hollywood studio. Nope, they came to life in real spots like Lake Lure, North Carolina, and Mountain Lake, Virginia. In Lake Lure, they filmed at the former Boy Scout camp, now known as Firefly Cove. That's where all the magic happened. The dancing scenes, Baby lugging that watermelon around and practicing those swoon-worthy stares. Plus, Johnny's cabin, the staff digs, and even that golf scene where Baby hustles her dad for cash, all shot right there. Oh, and who could forget those log scenes? Yep, those too. And for that famous lift, they hit up the ballroom at the Lake Lure Inn. Talk about setting the stage. Over in Mountain Lake, it was all about those cozy dining scenes, Kellerman's hotel vibes, and beach games that made you wish you were there. And let's not forget about the Houseman family's cabins, the heart of it all. But let's talk about the real action. Filming. It kicked off on September 5, 1986, and wrapped up in just 43 days. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing or dancing. Nope, they had to face some crazy weather, with temperatures soaring up to a scorching 105 degrees outside, and inside, a sweltering 120 Fahrenheit. Talk about feeling the heat. They even had folks passing out left and right. 10 people fainted in one day. Paula Truman needed a trip to the ER for dehydration, and Patrick Swayze, he took a tumble off that log so many times he ended up in the hospital too. And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, delays pushed filming right into autumn. Ever seen green leaves in the fall? Well, you can thank the set decorators who had to spray paint those leaves to keep up appearances. And remember that famous lake scene? Turns out it wasn't as idyllic as it looked. Jennifer Grey later confessed it was horrifically cold. But hey, she was young and hungry for success. Now let's dish about the stars. Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey, they weren't exactly BFFs on set. Nope, they'd already clashed during another project, butting heads left and right. Luckily, a little screen test magic brought them back together. After a dose of nostalgia, they found their groove again, bringing that on-screen chemistry back to life. And here's a fun fact. Some of those memorable scenes were actually improvised, like the one where Jennifer Grey couldn't stop giggling. Sometimes, the best moments happen when you least expect them. But wait, there's more. Post-production brought its own set of challenges. The rough cut? Let's just say, nobody was impressed. Vestron execs were ready to call it quits, thinking it was destined to flop, but boy, were they wrong. And then there were the disputes. Clearasil wanted in on the action, but when they caught wind of the abortion subplot, they hit the brakes. Bergstein refused to drop the topic, so Clearasil got the boot. But Vestron didn't let that stop them. They took matters into their own hands, gearing up for a premiere that would go down in history. Final lift scene. Jennifer Grey drops a bombshell about Dirty Dancing's epic scene: zero practice. Yep, the climax of the '87 sensation was as raw as it gets. Grey spilled the beans to The Guardian, revealing she tackled the famous lift without any prior practice. No rehearsals, no safety nets, just pure nerve. "I didn't even warm up to it beforehand," Grey confessed. Imagine the guts it takes to pull that off with Patrick Swayze. Talk about a revelation. But let's be real, who wouldn't trust Swayze with a daring move like that? We'd be shaking in our boots too. Grey's candid chat didn't stop there. She's all about reminiscing over her youthful roles, saying, "Any nod to my past work brings me joy. Consider that our green light to keep fawning over Dirty Dancing. And hey, maybe even attempt that iconic lift ourselves." Since '87, every dance floor has busted a move to this classic jam, turning it into a wedding staple. Dirty Dancing, with its sizzling moves and vibrant characters, remains the ultimate romantic flick. And let's not forget that steamy final dance scene where Grey and Swayze set the screen on fire with their chemistry. But behind the glitz and glam, things weren't all smooth sailing. Grey and Swayze had to overcome several challenges. Despite Grey's initial jitters, fate brought them together for this iconic love story. As they prepped for their roles, Grey had to hustle to match Swayze, but with grit and practice, they nailed it. Grey, much like her character, faced her fears. She skipped rehearsals for the dance, opting for a go-with-the-flow approach. And when the time came, she gave it her all, delivering one of the most sensual performances ever seen. Even the nerve-wracking lift went off without a hitch, thanks to Swayze's cool confidence. But filming wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. Shot in '86, Dirty Dancing pushed the actors to their limits. Swayze soldiered on despite injuries from falls and routines, even dancing through a twisted ankle in the final scene. And if you look closely, you'll catch some sneaky jump cuts, proof of the meticulous editing that crafted that flawless finale. So next time you're grooving to "The Time of My Life," remember the blood, sweat, and tears that went into making Dirty Dancing a timeless gem. It's more than just a movie. It's a testament to the power of dance, love, and overcoming obstacles. And let's talk about those jump cuts. Swayze's hair goes from wet to dry, sweating one moment, then cool as a cucumber the next. It's proof that those shots got sliced and diced dozens of times to nail that perfect sequence we know and love. But the challenges didn't end there. Despite their reservations, Grey and Swayze had to bring the heat for that final dance. Grey, especially, had to conquer her nerves to nail those tricky moves and that iconic lift. But with trust and determination, they pulled off a performance of a lifetime. Despite the bumps and bruises, Dirty Dancing remains a beloved classic that keeps audiences swooning worldwide. From its iconic dances to its timeless romance, it's a reminder of the magic of love, passion, and the silver screen. Dirty Dancing success. Rotten Tomatoes, the go-to spot for movie ratings, gives Dirty Dancing a solid 72% based on reviews from 74 critics. According to them, Dirty Dancing isn't just a movie. It's a groove-filled journey that leaves you smiling. Metacritic, another big name in movie reviews, gives it a respectable score of 65 out of 100. That's based on feedback from 20 critics, who seem to be mostly on board with the flick. When it comes to the audience's opinion, CinemaScore reveals that they've stamped it with an A- grade on their scale from A+ to F. The New York Times considers Dirty Dancing as more than just a dance flick. They call it a metaphor for America in the summer of 1963. It's like a snapshot of a time when everything seemed orderly, prosperous, and brimming with good vibes. But not everyone's singing its praises. Critics like Gene Siskel are giving it a hesitant thumbs up, mostly for Jennifer Grey's performance and character growth. On the flip side, Roger Ebert isn't quite feeling it. He's giving it a thumbs down, citing what he calls an idiot plot. To him, it's just another tired love story between kids from different walks of life. Time magazine has a more neutral opinion about the film. They find the story a bit too neat and inspirational, but admit that the music and dancing have a certain raw energy that's hard to resist. And then there's Jezebel calling Dirty Dancing the greatest movie of all time for its bold portrayal of women and its sharp-eyed critique of class and gender dynamics. One thing Dirty Dancing isn't afraid to tackle is abortion. Advocates have hailed it as the gold standard for how movies should handle the topic. Author Yanis Choumakis even describes it as offering a compassionate depiction, one where the woman seeking an abortion isn't demonized. Instead, the focus is on her health and her right to make choices about her body. It's a portrayal that still feels relevant today, in a world where discussions around reproductive reproductive rights are as heated as ever. But it's not just the serious stuff that's making Dirty Dancing a hit. Audiences loved the whole package. Thanks to word-of-mouth buzz, the movie quickly climbed to the #1 spot in the United States. In just 10 days, it raked in over $10 million, and by November, it became a bona fide international sensation. Within 7 months, it already made a whopping $63 million in the US alone, and it didn't slow down anytime soon. Even after its initial release, Dirty Dancing's popularity showed no signs of fading. It remained the top video rental of 1988, selling over 1 million copies and becoming a staple in households across the country. Patrick Swayze, the movie's leading man, even got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame when it was re-released in 1997, a decade after its debut. And the sales? They were still going strong, with over 40,000 copies flying off the shelves every month. By 2005, it was selling about 1 million DVDs a year, and by 2007, it reached a jaw-dropping 10 million copies sold. If you thought Dirty Dancing was just another feel-good flick, think again. It's not just a movie, it's a cultural phenomenon. In a world where trends come and go, this one's here to stay. Sequel. Get ready to dust off your dancing shoes and shimmy back in time because a blast from the past is poised to make its grand return to the silver screen. Remember that iconic line, "Nobody puts baby in a corner"? Well, it's still reverberating through the ages, resonating with fans who have cherished Dirty Dancing for over 3 decades. And now, brace yourselves, because a sequel is in the works. And Jennifer Grey, the luminous star of the original film, is not only gracing us with her presence once again, but also stepping into the role of executive producer. Back in 2020, Lionsgate's CEO, John Feltheimer, dropped the bombshell, sending waves of excitement through fans worldwide. Fast forward to today, and we're treated to more tantalizing tidbits about what's to come. Taking the directorial reins for this eagerly anticipated sequel is none other than Jonathan Levine, the visionary behind cinematic gems like 50-50 and Long Shot. Alongside the talented Elizabeth Chomko, Levine is hard at work crafting a script that promises to whisk us back to the enchanting world of the 90s Catskills, New York. But here's the twist. They're infusing the storyline with a vibrant soundtrack that seamlessly blends the timeless tunes from the original movie with 90s hip-hop beats. Grey, who captivated audiences with her portrayal of Frances Houseman, is back to reprise her iconic role. Yet, amidst the excitement, there's a poignant note of remembrance. Sadly, her beloved co-star Patrick Swayze, who immortalized the role of Johnny Castle, won't be joining her because unfortunately, he passed away in 2009. However, in a heartening gesture, the filmmakers are in discussions with Swayze's estate to weave his indelible legacy into the sequel, ensuring that his spirit continues to shine brightly through the film. In a recent interview with Extra, while promoting her memoir, Grey tantalizingly hinted at the possibility of a reunion with other beloved characters from the original movie. Can you imagine the magic of Kellerman's Resort coming to life once more, brimming with nostalgia and heartwarming moments? The anticipation is palpable as production gears up for the highly awaited sequel, fittingly titled Dirty Dancing. Set to hit theaters in 2024, fans are on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting updates and fervently hoping for nostalgic nods, such as the infamous watermelon scene. With Jennifer Grey leading the charge both on and off screen, we're in for a dance-filled extravaganza that'll have us tapping our feet and swooning all over again. Stay tuned for more updates as we eagerly count down the days to the summer when Dirty Dancing returns to sweep us off our feet and reignite our passion for the timeless tale of love and self-discovery. Deleted scenes. Dirty Dancing isn't just a movie, it's a sensation, mixing romance, dance, and coming-of-age vibes. It's a classic that's won hearts and awards alike. Back in 1988, the Academy Awards recognized its greatness, giving it the Best Original Song Award for The Time of My Life by Frankie Previte, John DeNicola, and Donald Markowitz. And it didn't stop there. The Golden Globe Awards also honored it with the Best Original Song title. Talk about a double win. The Grammy Awards were next in line, granting it the Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group. And let's not forget the BMI Film and TV Awards, where it snagged the BMI Film Music Award. It's like Dirty Dancing couldn't stop dancing its way to success. And speaking of dance, the American Choreography Awards also acknowledged Kenny Ortega for his stellar moves in the film. It's like the cherry on top of an already delicious cake, but the awards are just part of its charm. Dirty Dancing tells the tale of Frances "Baby" Houseman, who falls head over heels for Johnny Castle, the resort's dance instructor, during a summer vacation in 1963. Their love story unfolds unfolds against a backdrop of societal barriers and disapproval, leading to a show-stopping dance performance that steals the spotlight. Fast forward to 2017, and we got a remake. Directed by Wayne Blair and written by Jessica Sharzer, it hit the small screen with a star-studded cast including Abigail Breslin, Colt Prattz, Deborah Messing, and more. While it faced its share of critics, Nicole Scherzinger's performance stood out, keeping the spirit of the original alive. There's also a 1-minute clip floating around on YouTube that gives you a sneak peek behind the scenes of the original film. In this deleted scene, Patrick Swayze teaches Jennifer Grey some moves, capturing their undeniable chemistry and the fun they had on set. Fans can't get enough of Patrick and Jennifer's on-screen magic. This deleted scene is like a time capsule, transporting us back to the golden era of cinema. It's a reminder of the talent and dedication that went into making Dirty Dancing a cult favorite film. So whether you're reliving the nostalgia or discovering it for the first time, Dirty Dancing promises a journey filled with love, dance, and unforgettable moments. It's a timeless classic that continues to captivate audiences, one dance step at a time. From silver screen to legal showdown. When Dirty Dancing burst onto the big screen in 1987, it was like a tornado of success, sweeping in a whopping $214 million globally. But hold on to your hats, because the stage adaptation was the real showstopper. Just in London, the Dirty Dancing musical reportedly cha-cha-ed its way to a staggering $500 million. Fast forward to 2004, when Bergstein's Magic Hour Productions handed over the stage rights to Time of My Life. Bergstein cashed in a cool $25,000 for an Aussie production, plus a promise of a bigger payout if it went international. But here's where the plot thickens. Kevin Jacobson ended up in trouble. Jacobson found himself in a family feud and a financial bind and had to offload shares. And just like that, Dirty Dancing's rights landed in Colin and Amber Jacobson's lap. Bergstein, who was quite unhappy with this, made a huge fuss. She claimed Time of My Life. PTI violated their deal by sidelining Jacobson and making unauthorized moves. But when the dust settled in arbitration, Bergstein didn't quite get the Hollywood ending she hoped for. The arbitrator ruled that Jacobson's departure wasn't a breach. Plus, Bergstein never formally objected to changes or payment, and she didn't hit the brakes on rights until it was too late. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.